10 things you didn't know about Enoch Adeboye. Hello explorers, welcome to another informative video presented to you by the Explorer. Stories of grass to grace are practically not only inspiring but also some of the most heartwarming. In this video, we shall bring to you not only one of such turnarounds but also that one of Africa's most prominent men of God, Enoch Adeboye. Enoch Adeboye is a Nigerian pastor, General Overseer of Redeemed Christian Church of God (RCCG) in Lagos. Born 2nd of March 1942, Enoch is one of the most popular pastors in Nigeria as well as Africa, with millions of followers around the world. Despite his popularity, there are many things which are not known about Enoch Adeboye. If you are new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of our videos. Number 1. His family was poorer than the poor. With a lot of wealth to his name today, the man of God was born in Ifewara, near Ife in Osun State, Nigeria, came from a very humble background. He even describes the situation to be so bad that he recalls even poor people called his family poor. The RCCG leader certainly has a lot to be thankful for, having come a long way from a humble Christian family in Ifewara, Osun State, to being the junior overseer of one of the most popular churches in the world. After witnessing how difficult it was for him and his family growing up, he promised himself to change the situation. Number 2. He has a strong background in mathematics. Enoch Adeboye began education at Lesha Grammar School, Ilesha, Osun State in 1956, after which he proceeded to the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. But because of the Nigeria Civil War, he completed his first degree in the University of Ife, now Obafemi Awolowo University. He graduated with a bachelor's degree in mathematics in 1967, and at that same year, he married Foluke Adenike. They both have 4 children: Adiolu Adeboye, Bolu Adobe, Leke Adeboye, and Dare Adeboye. In 1969, he obtained a master's degree in hydrodynamics from the University of Lagos, and in 1975, he obtained a PhD in applied mathematics from the University of Lagos. He holds a position as Professor of Mathematics at the University of Lagos. Number 3. He wasn't the founder of the RCCG Church. Adeboye Enoch joined the Redeemed Christian Church of God in 1973 and served as an interpreter before he was ordained a pastor in the church by Papa Josiah Akindayomi in 1975. He became General Overseer of the church in 1981, and for 3 years he filled the role part-time at Unilorin before giving up his university position to preach full-time. The church was not well known prior to Adeboye becoming the General Overseer, but now has branches in about 196 nations as of March 2017, including more than 14 million Christians in Nigeria. Adeboye has stated that his aim is to put a church within 5 minutes walking distance in developing cities and 5 minutes driving distance in developed cities. Number 4. He is no longer the General Overseer of the RCCG. Adeboye is considered a preacher of the prosperity gospel, a claim he does not deny, saying that Pentecostals have such an impact because they talk of the here and now, not just the by and by. While we have to worry about heaven, there are some things God could do for us in the here and now. Following new legislation that placed limits on non-profit leadership to 20 years of service and less than 70 years of age, Pastor Adeboye resigned in 2017 as leader of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, and Pastor J.O. Obayemi took over from him. But before doing so, he successfully grew the church to over 23,000 branches in Nigeria, with presence on over 100 countries. The church has the largest seating capacity, with a 12 million auditorium launched in 2015, termed the largest city of God on earth. Number 5. University endowments. He was formerly a professor of mathematics with a PhD in applied mathematics from the prestigious University of Lagos. Pastor Adeboye endowed 4 Nigerian universities, including Obafemi Awolowo University and the University of Nigeria. One of the 50 most powerful people in the world by Newsweek of 2008, Adeboye was also cited as one of the top 100 most influential Africans by New African magazine in 2019. He's endowed 4 Nigerian universities are the Obafemi Awolowo University, University of Lagos, University of Ibadan, University of Nigeria, with professorial chairs in mathematics to the tune of over $121,500. Number 6. His love story is inspiring. The love story of Pastor Enoch Adeboye, popularly known as Daddy G.O., and his darling wife, Pastor Mrs. Folu Adeboye, is one that would go down in history as one of the most romantic pastor love stories ever. Adeboye married twice, but not the way you imagine right now. He had a traditional marriage first, then a white wedding in church about 2 years after, but Adeboye couldn't afford a wedding ring then, so he promised his wife later that he would never lack anything and has since kept that promise by spoiling her with all the finer things in life. When Adeboye could finally afford a wedding ring, he refused to buy or wear one, something he also mandated his last son, Adeleke Adeboye, to do too. His marriage has been blessed with 3 sons, a daughter and several grandchildren. Number 7. His wife must approve his meals. Adeboye and his wife's chemistry is very strong on several levels, including the man of God's meals. Pastor Adeboye wouldn't eat food or drink anywhere his wife doesn't approve of first. Given that Adeboye prefers his meals freshly cooked daily, his wife scrutinizes everything to ensure that it is to perfection. When they eat together, as even when the pastor fasts, he expects his wife to fast too with him. The man of God, who ensures to have his dinner between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m., is also a great support system to his wife, as he sometimes goes into the kitchen to give moral support and taste the food. Adeboye, who has been working on his weight thanks to his wife's encouragement, totally ducked fizzy drinks and alcohol in favor of water, fresh fruit juice and tea. At least 3 times every year, Adeboye leaves his whole family for about 5 days, no phone calls, no sex, no distractions, and even his wife is not allowed around him to seek the face of the one who called him to serve. Number 8. His wife comes first before his kids. Adeboye has never stopped appreciating his wife for her sacrifice over the years and putting her dreams on hold so he could become who he is today. Hence, he never leaves her behind in anything and everything he does. As part of the promises he made his beautiful wife when he got married, Adeboye would never leave Nigeria and is never more than a 2-hour drive or flight away from his wife on the month of her birthday. Adeboye still gives monthly household expenses fees to his wife to date, and of course even increases year by year as inflation goes up. Adeboye also gives his wife monthly self-maintenance allowance. When he is at home, Adeboye kisses his wife every morning and prays for her, even before coming out to see anyone else. Adeboye always buys matching watches, suitcases, and in fact everything he needs to get, he always makes sure he gets her own version of it. Adeboye always puts his wife first before his children, as he believes they started out just 2 of them and will definitely do so when the children eventually leave home. Number 9. He lost his son in 2021. Pastor Adeboye and his wife were blessed with 4 kids, 3 boys and a girl, but tragedy struck on May 4th, 2021 when the man of God lost his son Daddy Adeboye, who died at the age of 42. The news came as a huge shock to many people, as the young cleric died in his sleep in Eket, Akwa Ibom State, where he was based with his family. Daddy Adeboye was assistant pastor in charge of the region and the 3rd son of the general overseer. Daddy was happily married to Temiloluwa with 3 children, but lost his life just under a month shy of his 43rd birthday. On his 42nd birthday, his dad, in a social media post, described him as his first miracle child, and the young cleric's last Facebook post was telling as it read, "Preparing to receive the scepter of favor." Many youths described him as someone who dedicated his life to educating and inspiring young people on how to utilize their faith in the various environments they find themselves in. Pastor D, as he was popularly called, was one of the most influential youth pastors in RCCG and will be greatly missed by both his following, but most especially his parents. Number 10. He is one of the richest African pastors. Climbing the ranks of the RCCG church from a mere interpreter to now the general overseer has been accompanied by his wealth, also climbing the ranks to make him amongst the richest men in Africa. Considered to be amongst the richest pastors not only in Africa but the world, his net worth is little over $55 million, ranking him among the top 50 global power elite men. With such wealth comes a life of glitz and glam for him and his family. He has 188 houses in 188 different countries, and Adeboye best describes his wealth saying, "I have houses in at least 188 countries in the world, so I am richer than Bill Gates." Pastor Enoch Adeboye is amongst the top 5 richest pastors in Nigeria, with many possessions in his name, with such as a 65 million G50 luxury jet. His fleet of cars includes a bulletproof Rolls-Royce Phantom worth $400,000, an $80,000 Land Rover Discovery, a $100,000 Mercedes-Benz Gelandewagen, and many more. There you have it, explorers. Those were the 10 things about Pastor Enoch Adeboye Adejari that you didn't know. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe and share with your friends.